Welcome back to the Mouse Diva channel. I'm doing something I've never done before.
I've been all around the world.
I have went live on Instagram several times, but it's always from the parks, whether it be Universal, Walt Disney World. I've even done one from Busch Gardens in Williamsburg before, but I've never done one at home. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never done one at home. And I don't know, it just came to me today. I'm like, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Disney just made all of its announcements yesterday. Today is the 28th of May, Mr. Mouse Diva's birthday, by the way. Yeah, I posted that it was his birthday on our Life's a Whirlwind Instagram. And Nisha, I believe, was the one that asked me, well, how old is he? And I'm like, oh my gosh, he is 56 years old. Like, when did that happen? But anyway, so they made all the announcements yesterday, so I thought I will go live on Instagram. And I know a lot of you guys do not have Instagram accounts, so I thought, well, I'm going to film this live thing on Instagram and actually post it on here for you guys. If you're not familiar with Instagram, what's going to happen is basically anybody that follows me can ask a question or comment. So basically, for the most part, I'm going to be looking this way because that is where I'm going to have to read their comments, and you're just going to kind of be a fly on the wall. Actually, it's been so long since I did a live stream from Instagram that I forgot where the live button was. Isn't that pitiful? Okay, I'm actually going to put my readers on so I can actually see. If you're just coming on, my friend Jessica had asked me, because I was late coming on here, where was I? And yeah, it's because I forgot how to do it. I kept looking at the top of the screen until it occurred to me, oh, wait a minute, live, you got to scroll to the left. Okay, so hey, Cherie. Anyway, like I said, I have my glasses here so I can actually see, and I am actually filming this for my YouTube channel, just because so many people actually don't have Instagram. So I wanted them, you know, to be able to hear kind of what we talk about anyway. So let's see. Disney Golden Girl came on. Can I see more than like, oh yeah, and Jazzy T Bell. All right. There we go. Okay. Oh, by the way, how are you guys liking the whole 80s thing here? I've totally embraced my 80s side. Like, yeah, guys, I haven't had my hair cut in what, 4 months now, because in North Carolina our whatchamajiggy salons aren't open, so my hair is like really frizzy. And let's see, oh Cherie, that's why you're up late. And by the way, this is like natural curl. If I do not blow dry my hair, these curls, it just gets, you know, whatever. So are any of you guys having bad hair days because the salons aren't open and you can't like get your hair cut? Because I'm definitely feeling it. Okay, let's talk Disney. I actually like made some notes so I wouldn't try, that I wouldn't like hopefully ramble on. Okay, so we all know that Disney unfortunately is not going to open until July, although I think a lot of us were thinking they were going to open in June. Personally, I think one of the reasons it's taken them so long, and that's just me personally, is that I think it has to do with Epcot. I mean, I know that not everybody went home, and I'm talking about like from World Showcase, because they have so many international people working in World Showcase. But I think a lot of them went home, and it's going to take them a while to get back, to make all their arrangements and get back. And of course, everybody's going to have to be trained. Oh, Cherie. Cherie just said that she doesn't have any hair troubles because right now she doesn't have any because she has lost her hair from chemo. But she got good news today, which may be the ultimate wonderful news that we want to hear about her cancer prognosis. So hopefully in June that good news will be confirmed. Oh, so Josh, yeah. So Josh has heard they're going to do previews for a lot of people. So I just heard that too, that they may, DVC and annual pass holders and cast members might, like a soft opening. Is that what you're talking about, Josh? That they may be able to. And that's good news for me on my front. And the reason for that is I had reservations for June 28th and 29th, just 2 nights, and that is because of the Epcot, I think it was Epcot, yeah, Epcot DVC night was supposed to be during the Moonlight Magic. DVC Moonlight Magic was supposed to be going on. So I had booked many months ago, like, I don't know, 4 months ago or so. I'm praying the masks are over by mid-September. I can't handle the heat in the mask. Oh, yeah, yeah, I don't know when the masks are going to go away, and I'm a little worried about that too, the heat with the mask, but it's kind of like, those cast members are already suffering there at Disney Springs, and that's a topic we're going to get on in a second, that's for sure. So back to, so I was going to be at Disney for Moonlight Magic. And then I was staying for the very first time at Cabana Bay for Universal Studios because Lakeland and my daughter Skyline and I have passes to Universal. And they were supposed to expire soon, but of course it got extended. And we wanted to go to Universal one more time. And my nephew has never been to Universal. And some of you guys are familiar with my nephew because you've seen him on vlogs from our family channel, Life's a Whirlwind. Hi, Kat. And hi, Nicole. So we wanted to take him for the first time. And so Disney changed those plans. I really thought Disney would maybe open around June 15th. So I was actually kind of shocked about the July, but I totally understand it. So what we have done is I've talked to the kids and they're like, we want to do Universal. So we're actually still going June 28th through July 2nd. We're going to be at Universal. Of course, we will visit Disney Springs. Yep, Cherie, Braden will be going with us. And we're just, it's kind of like a test for us. Because, I mean, for anybody, all the Disney people, they're going to see, okay, how's it going at Universal? How's it going at Legoland? How's it going at SeaWorld? Disney may have done a great thing by waiting to see how the other parks, what's happening. And speaking of what's happening, I kind of want to address Disney Springs. So they opened the Disney stores opened yesterday. And SeaWorld. Ooh, Josh may go for, your birthday's in June? Huh, for some reason I had fall in my head. Well, that'll be a cool trip. Where was? Oh, Disney Springs. So World of Disney, all the Disney oriented stores opened yesterday, and I saw pictures and there was some pictures there where people were not 6 feet apart, and that's a little worrisome because we need to follow the rules. Because if things like that, if people aren't following the rules, then that could shut things down or postpone things or just make, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, that was just kind of disturbing, that many people being that close together. I'm sure the big wigs saw that, and they might have looked down on that. You don't think Disney has enough cast members to control that rule? Oh, definitely. I mean, that's why I'm saying it is up to us, the general public, the guest, to try and abide by that. Seeing that, who knows what they might, the capacity level, they might lower it. But then again, people were focused in that area because they wanted to go to the Disney-oriented stores. You go, Kat. I'm gonna be that person that reminds people to get out of my extended bubble. There you go. I like that. Oh, have y'all seen so in is it China? There was a culture that way back when royalty, I think it was royalty, wore these hats, and they had these long things that came out from the hats, and even now little kids are like doing that to get used to being 6 feet apart. Yeah, that's what we're all going to be doing, is wearing these long things so people can't get close to us. Let's see, Josh. Oh, they're for sure going to limit the amount of people allowed in the park. I also hope it's reservation only. And then, honestly, people aren't staying 6 feet apart anywhere that I've been, Walmart, Lowe's. Yeah, there's certain, let's see, there's a few places I've been. I was in Marshall's today, and people were doing pretty good there. But yeah, Walmart, I haven't seen as many people abiding by that 6 foot in Walmart. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, let me get to my notes real quick. So I kind of addressed the whole soft opening, and so that could affect. So if they do a soft opening really early, like maybe they say, okay, DVC members can come July 1st, that'll be great for me since I'll be in Orlando, and I will definitely take advantage of that. Now, Josh said something a while ago about hoping they do reservations. I'm wondering when they do the reservations, because a lot of people are asking, well, how are they going to do that? And I'm wondering if it's going to be like DVC Moonlight Magic. And how they do DVC Moonlight Magic events is, since it is free for DVC members, but not everybody's guaranteed a ticket because they only let a certain amount of people into the party. So what they do is we have to get up at a certain time, at a certain day, and we have to get into the virtual queue. And we get assigned this number, and when our number comes up, then we get to, I bought my tag. Worry about even getting into the dark. Then we can register them. Now the DVC, we can only take 4 people, and that includes like me. I can take 3 people with me. So I'm wondering if that is how they're going to kind of do it, is have these virtual queues. And then once they reach, by the way, once they reach their capacity, because, you know, the person in front of me in the virtual queue might have only taken 2 people. And then I took 4. Or maybe the person behind me, only 1 person is going. Because I've actually went to a DVC Moonlight event by myself, actually the very first one. And because it was during my solo trip. So I'm wondering if that's the way they're going to do it, or are they going to do where if you have a resort reservation, do you get like a leg up? Like, are they going to let a certain amount of resort people? Because in a way, if you're at the resorts, well, it's always like, why be at the resorts if you can't go to the parks? And let's see, if you don't get a reservation, you're not allowed in the park that day. Yeah, definitely. And that's how they're going to control how many people go in. And I've heard a lot of people talking about, you know, we're not going to go because, like, my niece would normally not go. Well, she wants to go once a year is how she wants it to be. So they were actually going to go in October. But she says, you know, I don't know that I want to spend that money, and number 1, have reduced hours. Number 2, no parades, no fireworks, no meet and greets. So it's not going to be the regular Disney experience. And for people that don't get to go that often, I don't think I would either. That I wouldn't spend the money to go. And let's see, what does Kat say? Say I'm staying on property but with friends who are DVC members. I have a 2-day ticket though. Okay, explain more, Kat. You may have said something up further and I missed it. Oh, okay. I bought my tickets for October through a third party. I'm worried about even getting into the park. Okay, so Kat, I have October reservations, and just to let you guys know, yesterday I went to change my dining reservations. We wanted to make a change, and you are no longer allowed to do that. Like, it would bring up the restaurant, but the little blocks where you would like click if you wanted lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever, that's not there anymore. So they're not letting you even change anything about your Disney reservations, whether they're the resort or dining reservations right now. They've just stalled everything. Okay, after the live stream ended, I got a message from Katie, and she just saw this information I'm getting ready to tell you that had been posted basically during the live stream. And it says that Walt Disney World shared tonight that all dining and experience reservations through the end of the year will be canceled. Fast passes and extra magic hours are temporarily suspended. I mean, that's something that we didn't even discuss, is like fast passes. Would they still be going on? So I looked right when I read this. It is now 10:42 on May 28th, and 10:42 at night, and as of now my October dining reservations have not been canceled. And matter of fact, my June trip, the fast passes for my June trip have not even been canceled yet. So I will keep you guys posted on that. So much going on. I for sure think numbers from same day tickets and people that aren't pass holders will be lower. Yeah. I meant to say so, not stay. My husband said that without the extras, it is an overpriced Six Flags. I still want to go though. Yeah, you know, I'm not going to say I agree with your husband, but he's definitely on to something. And that's because those types of things, the parades, the fireworks, the meet and greets, they make Disney an extra magical thing. And here's something else that maybe nobody's thought of, but I have. I'm going to miss not seeing the smiles on the cast members' faces and the smiles on the guest faces, like the little kids' smiles. I'm actually getting chills. I'm getting chills thinking about it. I love seeing the expressions on kids' faces when they experience things for the first time. And everybody's going to have face masks on, and we're not going to be able to see that. And I mean, you can tell a lot by a person's eyes, but if you're like me, you wear sunglasses all the time. So you're going to have a face mask and sunglasses on, and that's going to be a lot of people because it's Florida. And we're just not going to be able to see people's expressions, and that kind of makes it magical too. Yeah, it is just basically going to make the parks less magical. I mean, I kind of agree with him. You're just basically going there for the rides and the shopping because they've even said, you know, there's going to be limited dining. And oh, darn this virus. I mean, I'm just worried about our new normal, what our new normal is going to be. Let's see. Oh, let me go back to October real quick, our October trip. So also, this is what I've noticed. So as soon as I book a trip, I have this, oops, hold on. I'm messing up there. There we go. I have my planning sheet okay guys, my fly is on the wall. I'm talking to my camera for YouTube. At some point I lost you, it stopped recording, so sorry. But you're back now, I noticed. I'll have to pay attention. I'll have to remember you guys are over there. So I write down the hours, and I checked the October hours, and they've already limited them. And this is something that I noticed, and it really worries me. And I don't know that they're going to have a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, that they're planning on it. Well, but first of all, you can't even have a Halloween party without fireworks and the parade and meet and greets, because that's what the Halloween party is. But this is what I noticed. 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. is when the park hours would be for the nights at Magic Kingdom that there was the party. Those hours are now raised to 7 p.m. Now, I'm not saying they don't plan for it to be back. This is just my observation. The hours, you know, Disney have already said that there'll be shortened hours. But there's, as of now, they're still planning October to have shortened hours. For example, you know, Epcot would normally open at, you know, Future World. The front of the park would open at 9 a.m. and World Showcase at 11. And now they're opening the entire park at 11. Hollywood Studios would normally open at 9, unless there's extra magic hours. Now Hollywood Studios will be opening at 10 as of like October. So I didn't check November because I was just like in a rush trying to change the hours on my sheet so I could work in the whole dining thing, which ended up being no reason to, because yeah, I couldn't make any changes to my dining reservations. Anyway, all right, let me see about any, what have I missed here? If you have already bought a ticket, you can get a reservation. Oh, Jessica, are you saying that, you mean when they open it up to reservations for the park, that you've heard that you will definitely be able to get a reservation? Because that makes me wonder if that's the case. I mean, that is totally great because everybody that already has a ticket. But what do you think, like, for us that already have booked, you know, if we have a resort reservation, does that mean that we're automatically going to get in? Let's see, I think it would be mainly pass holders, because the pass holders are just happy to be in the park. I don't think a lot of the same day ticket buyers will be there the first month. And another point with that is that you're not going to have the international people, because most of them can't fly can't go anywhere anyway. So yeah, it's basically going to be, like you said, kind of pass holders. Let's see, Jessica, I got my ticket from a third party, but Disney. If worse comes to worse, I have tons of friends in Orlando. Let's see, Nicole says, I'm grateful for the precautions, but I think I'd stay at Animal Kingdom and just go to Universal. Cause meets, shows, fireworks, that's the Disney difference. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, why if you only come to Disney once or twice a year or less, or this, I definitely would never come to Disney if this was going to be my first time. Like, if you have kids out there and this was going to be their first time, I would wait, because nothing's going to be the same. I mean, even the capacities on the rides, like say Pirates of the Caribbean, they're not going to seat every row. They're going to seat every other row. So that's going to make the lines longer. Now, granted, there won't be as many people in the park, but we still have to factor that in. And we also have to factor in that it's going to be really hot because it's Florida, and we're all going to be wearing masks and breathing in our hot air. Just putting that out there. Walking around seeing everywhere in the mask is going to remove see, I scrolled too far, a lot of magic, but being in the park will still be worth it. Yeah, like I was saying, it does remove the magic, but for those of us that are just die-hard Disney fans, we just want to be there. Let's see. Oh, I wish I could talk to you in person. I know, it's aggravating when you have to type everything. I totally get it. I wonder if they will cancel our dining reservations since dining will be limited. Well, and talking about that, like your character experiences. Now, are they going to totally, like Tusker House, would they totally just shut the restaurant down, or would they just not have the characters? Because if that's the case, people paying out of pocket, they need to be charged less. I mean, there's so many things that they have to factor in on how they're going to do things. You know, we've already been talking about how there's the buffets It's going to be more cafeteria style, most likely, where the cast members would serve you and you wouldn't be able to get your own food. So there's going to be so many changes, and oh my God, I really feel for the upper heads that have to decide all this. They've got a lot on their shoulders, and they're going to catch grief either way. There's no way they're going to please everybody. That's just society. That's a lot on their shoulders. I would not want to be in their place. I wonder if they will, okay. It will be weird seeing people walking around with masks. Yeah, and kids, oh my gosh. Baby Girl, if you guys are familiar with Baby Girl from our family channel, Life's a Whirlwind, there's no way she would wear a mask. There's no way I would be able to keep a mask on that child. Oh, the masks are getting very creative. Let's see, half the seating, so the plaza is going to have like 6 tables available. Yeah, that's the other thing. How are they going to decide, and I forgot who was just asking about canceling the reservations, how are they going to decide whose reservations to cancel? Because they can't have all the reservations they had before. They're going to have to split them in half. Now granted, a lot of those people will cancel it themselves because they're going to cancel their trips, but yeah, how do they decide? Is it just going to be a lottery system and random? Yeah, who knows? They might not have a pen event. Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Jazzy T. Bell. That was actually on my list here. It is weird. I have not heard one person bring up the August pen event. Obviously, and they knew they weren't going to have that because you normally buy those tickets, I think in April is when you buy them. Or either they announce the dates in April. Something happens in April. I can't remember it. I've done this 2 years in a row and I still can't remember. So yeah, I mean, obviously they're definitely not, because if you've been to one of those events, you know how, I mean, crowded it really is. But that's going to be weird because this was supposed to be the 20-year anniversary of that pen event. And I can remember the theme of this year is just every single year of the pen event, all those themes from each year was going into this theme for this year. So it makes me wonder, do you guys think they are going to just totally wipe that theme and not do anything with it? Or do you think that they'll just continue that theme on to next year and make next year the 20th anniversary? Let's see. I think you're right, Josh. It will be a day by day. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. Yes, you will have the opportunity to get in if you already bought a ticket or have a DVC or park reservation. That is what I heard from a cast member. Oh, that's really good. But like I get said about people, not everybody being happy. So some of the locals that are pass holders won't be happy about that. But you know, I'm an annual pass holder. So I'm still going to say this, but the people that do spend the money to come to Disney further away and book a resort, should have just a little bit more leeway. Is that the word I'm looking for? Or an edge up, because they are putting more money into their annual pass. I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I'm just thinking on a business sense. And the same thing for DVC. They've already invested a whole bunch of money. And yes, all annual pass holders, we invest our money in those tickets. But I'm just wondering if they're just going to limit the people that stay off property or just live locally, how many people they're going to let in. As me coming from North Carolina and already having a reservation, I'm very happy that maybe I'll get a tiny little edge up on that reservation system. You will still have to use the reservation thing. They're not selling any new tickets. Yeah, they're not doing anything anymore. Okay, let me see. I've been like getting off topic and forgetting things. I think I did start to mention on why I think it's taken them longer about the whole Epcot and getting everybody here. Oh, training. That was the other thing. They're gonna have to train everybody, like all these new rules, and you know, just like every theme park and stuff. Let's see. Oh darn, who was it? Nisha? Somebody had asked me, this is off topic a little bit, Instagram. I've had several people ask me, have I changed my Instagram name? And no, I haven't changed it. I'm still the Mouse Diva. but I'm thinking they did something new on Instagram where they're supposedly putting your first name on with your Instagram handle, like your main name. And because I've seen people where their first name is showing up before what they're normally known as on Instagram. And so when I signed up for Instagram, I put my name as YouTube channel, because where you're supposed to put your first name. So I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you people see YouTube channel before the Mouse Diva, and it might be just in private messaging, let me know if that's what you're talking about, because I think maybe that might have been what has happened. Because like I said, many people have asked me if I've changed my my channel name on Instagram, and I haven't changed anything, so I hope it's just that. Yeah, I hope there's nothing funky going on. Missed any, oh, there are more. Yes, we already have our Penn event tickets by now. Yeah, I knew we had our tickets, I just couldn't remember when. Most people sit for like an hour and eat, so if the plaza has 6 tables available, that's 6 reservations an hour. Oh my gosh. Also, I've been told that they are going to limit the amount of people in the reservation. Oh, really? I hadn't heard that. So they're going to be like no big parties? Is that what you mean? Let's see. If they have the pins made, Jesse, that's what I was thinking of. If they have the pins made, then they may keep the theme. I mean, they would have to, because why waste those pins? And let's see, annual pass holders will be able to get in as well. They are going to limit the amount of people. They are planning on 25 capacity for phase 1. Okay, so yeah, we have heard phases. My question is, how long are those phases going to last? Are they going to last a week? Are they going to last 2 weeks? Okay, I'm totally distracted because in my vlogging camera, because I have the ring light on, that's why you guys here see like more light here than here. In the vlogging camera, my readers here have these like round circles in them. Anyway, sorry, squirrel. Okay, so I wonder how long the phases are gonna last. 2 weeks, a month? Okay, it says, okay, oh, so it says YouTube channel in DM, but not on your page. Okay, that's what I wanted to know, Jessica. Thank you for answering that, because I think the people that have asked me are people that that I've been DMing with, so that must be it. So it just doesn't say Mouse Diva at all, it says YouTube channel. But my picture's still there, right, Jessica? Like, I mean, my logo. Let me know if that's still there. They have all of that available during the parties. Ooh, what? Are you talking about parades and stuff, Josh? What about Wine and Food Festival? Food and Wine Festival. Oh, you know what? I have not even thought about that. And that's one of the reasons we're going in October, is for Food and Wine Festival. So, yeah, what do y'all think about that? I mean, there's no reason why they can't have the booths, but it's like, will they go through the expense of that? Oh, they would have to, you'd think so, because that brings people in. If they didn't do Food and Wine Festival, ooh, yeah, especially the locals, they like that Food and Wine Festival on the weekends. Again, they will probably limit capacity for festivals and parties. I just hope, you know, that's a good point, Jessica, because you don't have as many people for the parties. They don't let as many people in as they do the general day people. And if you look how Shanghai has done like their live shows, I don't know if anybody has seen any of the Shanghai Disney YouTube videos that are out there, but they've put like tape on the ground, and they made these big huge squares, and it's enough for probably like maybe 4 people maybe to fit in these squares. So like a little party, a family, and they space those squares out, and you have to be standing in a square, and if you're not in a square, a cast member will come up and make you move. And so that way they're at least able to still do the live shows. And it would be a little bit harder to do that at Disney World because of how many people we have, but at a Christmas party or a Halloween party, you know, they could do that if, like somebody else said, they have enough cast members to enforce, you know, you need to be in your block and not be around other people. Let's see. I I was so sad that the Flower and Garden ended and I didn't get to experience it this year. Oh, I'm sorry. I lucked out, guys. Lakeland and I were there the first week in March, and you know, nothing was being said about Disney possibly closing or anything. But I do remember while we were there making the conscious effort to like not touch as much stuff as we normally do. Like when we were in the rides, we were trying not to touch the bars. I can remember the Contemporary and going up the escalators, purposely not touching the sides of the escalator. So even then, it was in kind of in the back of our head. So I'm really glad that we got into that festival before. I feel so bad for all the people who haven't been working too. It's heartbreaking. I'm a registered nurse, so I've been working. Yeah, it's kind of like my niece has been able to keep working. Langley, my daughter's been able to keep working because they're in the medical field. And yeah, it's just so, because I've been there. I mean, for the people that work paycheck to paycheck, I've been there and I know what that's like. And I just, oh my gosh, I can't even fathom. Like, they close daycares. Like, oh my gosh, how do these single parents, I mean, how can you even work if you have small kids and there was no daycare to put them in? It's just so sad to think how this has just affected, and I'm going to kind of, I mean, do I really want to say the word ruined, but really negatively impacted a lot of people's lives, and it's going to take them a long time to recover. Okay, let's see. It will depend on people's behavior. Yeah, kind of like I was saying. Oh no. So real quick, I did not even anticipate how much of my battery this uses. So this is probably going to end at any time because it just says low battery. That sucks. But anyway, we need to do our part when we are at Disney Springs and when the parks do open, because it depends on everybody's behavior on what happens, especially at like a party. So like you're saying, it will depend on people's behavior as well. If people can't or won't follow given rules, expectations in phase one, it'll be hard to progress to other phases. Exactly. That is why, I mean, we have to follow the rules because that is going to determine everything else. And good point. It's like, that's probably what's going to determine the Halloween and Christmas party. Well, at least the Christmas party. Like I said, I'm really worried about the Halloween party since they have changed the date. I mean, not the dates, the park closing time for Magic Kingdom on the nights that they're supposed to be a party. It was 6 p.m. and now it's 7 p.m. Little worried about that. Oh, and that's the other thing. I'm a night person. I love Disney at night. I love seeing all the lights. And not the park not being open when it's dark is really going to be a little devastating for me. Like, to tell you the truth, I don't know if I would be renewing my pass, because we aren't. When our passes expire this year, we are not renewing them. This was before all this happened, and that is because of a big trip that we want to take next year, and so we wouldn't be able to financially be able to have Disney World annual passes for at least 6 months and be able to do this bigger thing next year. So if that wasn't the case, I don't know that I would be renewing my pass. I just have to see how things are going. If I would even want to renew it, because like we said, if a lot of things aren't there, then it kind of just takes away the Disney experience. Let's see, we always do morning and night with a break midday due to the heat. Early closings make it harder. Yeah, because at this point, who's going to do that? I mean, I guess you could take a young child back to the room for a couple hours for their nap, but if the park closes at 6 o'clock, which that's going to be the new closing time for Animal Kingdom, that used to be 8 p.m. would now be 6 p.m. And also Magic Kingdom, even on nights that there is no Halloween party in October, so up until at least October, they're closing at 7 o'clock. And I can remember years ago during the summertime and busy times, Magic Kingdom would be open at 1 a.m. with extra magic hours to 2 a.m. I miss those days so much. I am just a night owl, and I loved it when that was happening. Thank you, Jazzy, for coming. Like I said, I've never done a live like this. So real quick, I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up just because of low battery on my phone, and I have no idea how long this has been. Let me make sure that I've kind of Shanghai. Oh, let's talk ESPN real quick. So my friend Kristen brought it to my attention, and I knew that ESPN and I think the Basketball Association were trying to get the NBA to like finish or do the basketball at the ESPN Center. And if that's the case, if that ends up going through, then all those players and everybody, the deal that's going to be there for the NBA, they will be staying at Pop Century and Art of Animation, and possibly running over to Riviera if they need like better accommodations. So, and that's going to be like, that will be in July, possibly in August. So that's going to affect like reservations, because it's like they're going to get all these players and all the NBA people, that's where they're supposed to be staying. So I wanted to put that out there. Let's see. Is there anything else? Instagram. I think that's pretty much. Oh, one thing I saw at Disney Springs, they came out with a plush baby Yoda, and that was my main thing, is I want that plush baby Yoda. And I think, I don't know, somewhere else, I think online you could order one, but I was like, no, I am not getting a plush baby Yoda except from Disney World, where I can get my annual pass holder discount or my DVC discount. It's the same thing. So I just wanted to put that out there, that I was really excited that knowing that possibly next month, because we'll be visiting Disney Springs when we go in June. If y'all weren't on the live then, I have a Universal Studios trip planned for June 28th through July 2nd, and during that time frame I will be visiting Disney Springs. Anybody else gonna be making any trips to Disney? Well, y'all pretty much told me when y'all's next trips are, so never mind, forget that. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah, that's it. I think I covered it all. Okay, did I get everybody? Yep. All right, guys, so thanks so much for attending my very first live stream from home and not at the parks. I wish I was at the parks doing this, but thank you for interacting with me. And if you want to see the flashback or whatever, like I said, I will be posting it on my channel. So anyway, hope everyone is doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later. So I have no idea how long this went on. Oh, actually, let's see. Oh, so about 40 minutes. Really? 35? I don't know. You guys aren't, it's not going to be that long for you guys, because at some point the camera cut off a couple times. Sorry about that. It was hard to, sorry, I was getting, okay. It was hard to pay attention, and I hope that it wasn't too aggravating to see the side of my face the whole time. Oh my gosh, was that my good side or my bad side? Oh crud. Y'all gotta let me know. Was this my good side, or next time do I need to put the put the phone over here? I know this is kind of an odd way to do this. Maybe next time I'll kind of set it up where I'm kind of actually looking in the same direction. It was like, this was a quick thing. I was like, oh, let me do a live stream. And so I had to come up with something really, really quick to put my camera on, so I wouldn't be sitting here holding my camera the entire time with my phone and doing this the whole time. Anyway, so if this happens to be the first time you were ever on this channel, then I hope you do check out my other videos, my normal videos, vacation vlogs, restaurant reviews, and everything Disney-ish, and then other things thrown in between. Oh, and Universal. No, I mean, yeah, I put some Universal stuff. I gotta say, I think I put my Universal stuff on Life's a Whirlwind, but maybe not. All right, please comment below any comments that you would have said during this live stream, or any questions that you would have asked during this live stream. And I would do my best to answer all questions. And that being said, I hope you are having a wonderful evening, and I will see you at the parks.